Hi friends, I'm Chelsea and I'm here with a little free library vlog. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of obsessed with little free libraries. I think they're just so cute and fun and just a really great way to share books with the community around you. I did a video like this about a year ago when I first started my channel, and I haven't done one since, so I thought it would be fun to do another little free library outing, and specifically a book unhaul because my shelves are getting a little out of control. I just kind of needed to clear some space for the books I've been getting. I kind of got a little ruthless with my unhauling, not really, but I'm getting rid of a good amount of books here. Just thought it would be fun to take some books out to little free libraries and show you some little free libraries in my city and potentially come home with some books, but hopefully not too many because I have enough as it is. So I'm just going to start with a really quick unhaul here, and most of these are honestly books that I've picked up in little free libraries over the past couple years or year or so. And some of them are just books that I grabbed because I recognize the book or the author, but now that I think about it, I'm not super interested in the book, or they've just been sitting on my shelves for a while and I don't see myself reading them in the near future. If I want to read them, I will pick them up from the library, but again, I'm just clearing out space on my shelves. And then there are some that I've read that I don't necessarily feel the need to keep on my shelf, and I want to pass them along to other people who will be really excited to see them. So I'll start with the ones that I haven't read yet. I'll just kind of go quickly through these. So I won't say much about the books, I'll just show you for the most part. So this first one here is A Winter in New York by Josie Silver. I'm sure this is a great Christmassy romance book, but I'm not really super into those, and I don't really see the need to have this on my shelf. Another one is Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. So I liked Rock, Paper, Scissors by this author, but I haven't really heard anything about this book, and I don't know if that's because it's not very good or if it's just not as popular, but I'm not super interested in it, so I'm just going to pass it along. The next one is The Lioness by Chris Bohalian. I got this one from Goodwill, and I think it was in a book haul video of mine over the last year. I'm sure it's a good book. I just don't really see myself picking it up. I got it for $1. As I was looking at my shelf, I just didn't really ever see myself picking this up to read it. So again, I want to clear some space for books I'm excited about. Another one is The Star-Crossed Sisters of Tuscany by Lori Nelson Spielman. I bought this book pretty much when I started reading again in 2021 or 2022, and I still have not read it since then. I think this is just general women's fiction, which isn't usually my preferred style of book. The next one is Silka's Journey by Heather Morris, and I think this is actually a sequel to, I think the book is called The Tattooist of Auschwitz or something, which I haven't read. I think my mom has the physical book, so I might read it at some point, but I don't really see the need to have the second book to a series that I haven't even read the first book of yet. The next one, I'm still potentially interested in reading this, but again, I could get it from the library and I don't know how soon I'll read it off of my shelf. So this is Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. And again, this is one that I just don't see myself grabbing when I'm looking at my shelf for books to read. But if you like this book, let me know because I could definitely pick it up from the library. And another one is Where the Lost Wander by Amy Harmon. This was a super random find from a little free library in another town that I just picked up, but I don't really think I'm going to read it. This one, maybe I'm making a mistake here, but again, this is my decision to unhaul. So this is Snowflower and the Secret Fan by Lisa C. I do have another book by her on my TBR, I think The Island of Sea Women or something. I really liked Lady Tan's Circle of Women by her, so I potentially would like this book, but I want to read the other one of hers first, and then if I like it, I can easily get her books from the library. And the last one is a classic that I have not read, and I honestly don't really have much interest in, so I don't know if I'll read it, and that is, what is it? Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. I've never read Virginia Woolf. If you like her writing, let me know. Maybe I'll check it out. But I just don't think of all the classics that I have on my TBR. This one's necessarily calling out to me, so I'll pass it along. So those are the ones I haven't read, which I always feel kind of weird passing along books that I haven't read because I don't know. Maybe I could love them, but I'm just kind of taking books off my shelves that aren't speaking to me at the moment. And then I have a little stack here of books that I have read that I don't really feel attached to or like I want to hold on to. And so this one is The Violin Conspiracy by Brendan Slocum. I actually got about 60% into this one and I didn't finish it. I was enjoying it, and then I wasn't super connected to the story, the mystery, the main character. There were some things that kind of bothered me, and so I just wasn't really feeling it, wasn't that attached. I think I got this from a little free library initially, so I will just pop it right back in one, and maybe someone else will love it. This next one is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I also found this one in a little free library, and I really had fun with this one. I think I gave it 5 stars at the time, which probably if I read it now, it'd be more like a 4-star. Like, it's a fun young adult mystery, kind of like Clue, Knives Out feel. Really fun, but I don't really keep a lot of mystery thrillers because I never reread them. And also this is part of a series, which I've only read this first and second book, and I don't really see myself collecting the whole series, so I think I'm just gonna pass this along and someone will love it, I'm sure. This next one is another thriller that I actually picked up kind of recently, but now I'm like, I don't really need to own this, and that is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I had a really fun time with this. It's a really fast-paced, twisty thriller, like a domestic thriller with some unhinged characters. I had a lot of fun, recommend it for sure, but I'm not gonna reread it. I don't need to keep it on my shelf. Might as well pass it along and make space for another book that I haven't read yet. And these next 4 might be controversial, maybe not, but again, they're books I liked, but that I don't really think I need to keep. And so this one is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. This was a really good one. I read this for book club several years back. Thought it was a really important book that focuses on 2 Black women who kind of take different paths in their lives. One of them passes for white, and then one of them is fully Black and living that lifestyle. And so you kind of follow their different journeys, and I think it was really well done, but it didn't necessarily stick with me or impact me as much as I wanted. I do definitely recommend this one. I just, again, don't think I need to keep it on my shelf. This next one I was kind of on the fence about, but I'm just trying to clear space, and I think this would be a great find for someone in a little free library because a lot of people love it and it's a very popular book. And so this is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I had kind of mixed feelings about this one. I had heard a lot of really good things about it, so my expectations were pretty high, and I didn't dislike it for sure, but it didn't hit me as hard as I wanted it to. It felt a little repetitive. I didn't super connect with the main character. I enjoyed this for the most part, recommend it, but I don't really need it to be on my shelf with all my other like top favorite books. Similarly, we have this Brick, which is Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. I have talked about this series a little bit. I really enjoyed this first book. I did not love the second book, and I think I decided I'm not going to be continuing the series, and so I don't feel the need to keep this book on my shelf because I'm not going to read the whole series, not going to buy all the books. It's a really thick one, takes up a lot of space. I think this was a really fun book and definitely recommend it, but yeah, I don't really need to keep this book on my shelf. And then lastly, I know a lot of people love this book as well, and I love this cover, but I don't think I'm going to keep it. So that is Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This was another one that was really hyped up for me that I was a little bit let down by. I just didn't feel super connected to the romance and the main characters, especially in the present timeline. This kind of jumps back and forth from when they're teenagers to adults. It's like a second chance romance. There were some elements of it that I really enjoyed and that I thought worked really well, specifically their romance in the past as teenagers, but I didn't love all of the things that happened in the present day. I just don't think this one hit as hard as a romance as I was hoping it to, and I know someone would be really excited to find this in a little free library, so I'm going to pass it along. So that is it for my unhaul. Otherwise, we're just going to jump into going to some little free libraries, and so the next time you'll see me, I will be at a little free library. Okay, here I am at my first little free library stop. It is very cold out today, so I got lots of layers on. Luckily, it's nice and sunny out. I think I'm just gonna grab one book. I'm gonna take The Housemaid and see what we find here. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, I don't really see much here, so I'm going to drop off The Housemaid, put it in. And that is that. So that last one, there was a guy walking his dog and he was just lingering, so I felt awkward. I don't know if I'll ever get over my awkwardness of filming in front of other people. Also, sorry, this lighting is weird. It's very bright right here, and this is also a very busy street, so yay, facing my fears. I see 2 little free libraries right here, so I'm just gonna walk to one and check it out and then try the other one. I think I'm going to grab this one, Where the Lost Wander, for this first one, and then check it out, see what we find. So we got some kids books here. Some diapers, you know, you never can have too many diapers as a mom with a toddler. So far, I haven't really heard of any of these. I'm just going to leave this one and check out the other one. Random stuff in here, like magazines. We have The Nanny Murder Trial. Nothing of interest here. I'm gonna drop off Mrs. Dalloway. On to the next. Okay, here we are at the next stop. Not having great luck so far, but that's okay because the goal is to get rid of books and I have a lot to get rid of. I think I'm going to grab 2 books for this one. It looks pretty empty, so I will pass 2 books along. Okay, not a lot going on in here. Annie Ernaux. I've heard of her, but don't really know about that. Ooh, I'm dropping stuff. Life as it is. Okay. Yeah, nothing here, but I'm gonna leave these 2 on the top. Feels like everyone is out walking their dog, which I don't know why, because it's like 35 degrees, but I guess you gotta walk the dog at some point. So this is fun. I'm facing fears, like I said, and this one looks pretty stacked, so I'm just going to bring 1 book. That is Love in Other Words. I guess I'm doing all my paperbacks first, and then I'll do the hardcovers. I don't really think there's a system, but here we are. Very cute. Love the colors. It's kind of tall, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, a lot going on in here. Got some cans. Ooh. Okay. Can't get to anything. We have Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna without a dust jacket. I want to read this book, but I don't know if I want it without the dust jacket. Gotta move some stuff around. Oh my goodness, this is a lot. Okay, don't know what that is. This one looks interesting. I've never heard of it. Just gonna go ahead and drop Love in Other Words here. And what's up top? Rainbow Rowell. Never read any of their books. Ooh, I've actually read this book and I didn't love it. I do love Taylor Jenkins Reid though, so that's a good one. Okay. A lot of disorganization here. Kind of a cool cover. Sorry, it's so bright you can't see very well. Haven't really heard of any of these. I think there's a whole other row in the back. Oh my goodness. I see a 4,000 Splendid Suns. It's on my shelf already. It's really hard to see back here. Okay, well, there we go. So here I am on a street that has two Little Free Libraries, so I'll just pop into these really quick. I'll grab Crescent City and see if I want to drop it in one of them, and I'll check the other one out as well. How cute. We have a little kids Little Free Library. Very cute. I don't have any kids books, but here we are at this one. And can I open the door is the question. There we go. Okay, I see Robert Jordan. Not really interested in reading Wheel of Time. Sorry. Whoops. This one has some different size books in it. Oh my goodness, this book is too thick. Okay, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The Mary Xmas book. Okay, no, I'm good on that. Oh my goodness. All right, pop that back in. Okay, we got a Stephen King, The Raven Boys, which I've never read. Don't know if I'm interested. Cute little kids books. A Time to Kill, a classic. And House of Dreams. Oh, Anne of Green Gables, number 5. It's not in the best condition, and I'd only have the second book, so maybe not. And oh, an audiobook of The Kite Runner. I also have The Kite Runner on my TBR. This one's pretty stacked. I don't think I'm going to leave anything because I have Crescent City in this. I don't think this is even going to fit. I'm going to check the other one out. Here we go, the other one. What do we have? A puzzle. Okay. Some nonfiction. Oh, interesting. Don't know what any of these are. Interesting. We'll see if I can fit Crescent City in here. Can you see it? We got it. I'm at the next one. I have been to this one before. I remember it being really cute and little, so I don't know if I'll be able to fit anything in it. I think I'll grab the Midnight Library since it's kind of a smaller hardcover. We're into the hardcovers now. And after this, I still have 8 books to unhaul, so I'm gonna keep moving. Look how cute. Okay, what do we have here? Dangerous Duet. I haven't heard of any of these books. Ooh, I've heard of this one. I know Reagan from Peru's Project likes this book. I know it's sci-fi, and I don't know if it's the first book, but I'm kind of curious about this one. Highland Grace. No. Ooh, this one is thick. It's heavy. I'm good on that. Okay, put all these back in. Then I will display the Midnight Library. I don't know how much you can see here. It's kind of dark. And it's all kind of shoved in there. Tattoos on the Heart. Christina Lauren autobiography. Interesting. Dead is a killer tune. The Woman from Uruguay. Interesting. Minecraft. The Emperor of Shoes. Okay. I don't see anything here. I'm just gonna leave Sometimes I Lie. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if my mic died or not. I'll find out when I'm editing, I guess. It keeps showing me this message, so sorry if the audio is not great. That's all I had to say, really. I'm gonna bring this one and see if it will fit in this little free library. Okay, I'm gonna set this here. What is happening? Okay, I see some interesting titles here. Range of Golden Hoofs, okay. Okay, We Were Liars. I read this one a couple years ago, didn't love it, but it was a very popular book talk book. Mary Shelley, The Last Man. I know she wrote Frankenstein, but haven't read any others by her. I haven't read any books by her. Shadow of the Wind is on my TBR. I need to read it. Baby Teeth. That sounds familiar, but I don't know. Insurrecto. Interesting. Make Your Home Among Strangers. Nothing calling out to me. I'm going to leave Silka's Journey. I'm at the next one, and I should have said this at the very beginning, but in case you don't know, there is a app that you can use to track and find the little free libraries in your town. So just put in your zip code or your city, and then it'll give you a map of all the little free libraries. So this is the app. It's Little Free Library, and then it just shows you all the ones in your town. So you can kind of map it out and find the addresses, and they have little pictures and stuff. So it's a cool little app, and the only way I'm able to find all of these so quickly and efficiently. So I highly recommend doing this sometime. If you have some books to unhaul or you want to find some books, just check out the Little Free Library app, and that'll help you. So this one, I will see if I can fit The Vanishing Half, and it looks pretty stacked, so we shall see. It's very muddy, so I will proceed with caution. Okay, we have Shanghai Girls. That's funny, I got rid of another Lisa C. book, not because I'm not interested in her writing, but because I didn't want to have a ton of her books on my shelf before reading them. So, Motherless Brooklyn. Alice Hoffman, The Story of Sisters. I read Practical Magic, or The Rules of Magic, one of her magic books, and I liked it. The Call of the Wild, a classic. Don't know what this is. Einstein's Daughter. Nightbird. I'm just going to go ahead and drop this here while I have a chance. American Lion. That is a thick boy. Another thick one. The Old Drift. That looks kind of cool. Don't know what it is. Maybe a sci-fi. Indigo Girl. And this Yiddish one that I've heard of, but I don't know. Star Wars, a classic. And The Women's March, historical fiction. And I'm just trying not to grab too many books that I'm not like super sure that I'm going to read. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Very cute. Lots of mass market paperbacks that I probably won't read. It's a pretty cover. DVD. Another historical fiction. I have so many of those on my shelf. The Nanny. Brother, sister. Old classic, American Girl. Did anyone else have one of those? I had Molly, and I was obsessed. Okay, I'll leave The Lioness and keep it moving. I see some interesting ones here. I've heard of this one. Love that cover. We have an Emily Henry, one that I already have. Winnie the Pooh. Poetry. Some kids' books here. We have a hardcover of Lessons in Chemistry, which I read and didn't love, but that's a good find. Love that for whoever wants to read it. So I think I'm not going to grab anything, but I'm going to leave this one here. And there's a couple good ones here. Okay, we're down to 3 books to unhaul, so I'm going to check out a couple more Little Free Libraries and then head home. We're on another busy street, so this should be fun. The Inheritance Games, I'm going to take this one to the Little Free Library if I can cross the street without getting hit. So wish me luck. Very cute. Like a little house. A lot of books in here. Where do we start? Okay, have this one, great classic. Hard to see everything that's in here. Also a very loud street, so hopefully you can hear me. Ooh, Keeper of Lost Cities. I feel like I've heard of that, but I don't know what that is. Gotta clear these to get to some of them. Another classic. I've never actually read this one. Cute little cover there. Timothy Keller. Love Timothy Keller. This one's deep. Okay, in the bottom shelf we have another classic, Les Miserables. Kind of tempted, but I'm also very intimidated by this book, so I don't know. Some kids' books here. Very cute. Don't know any of these books. The Light Between Oceans. Oh, I think I have this book, but it's a very different cover, different edition. So that is on my TBR. Here we go. Okay, very cute. Matches the house. Well, right off the bat, I see Colleen Hoover. Read this book, liked it, don't need to own it. What do we have? Some mass market paperbacks. Ooh. Okay. Actually, one that I'm interested in. I read 7 Days in June by this author, loved it, and want to read more of her books. So this is a perfect find, if you will. And I have this one to put in if it'll fit. We'll see if I can fit it here. There we go. All right, another very full one. Angels and Demons. Can't We Be Friends? Novel of Ella Fitzgerald and Marilyn Monroe. That sounds kind of fun, but I don't know. Some mistakes were made. Oh, this is a new uncorrected proof on sale February 2nd. Okay. Interesting. Some Legos. Very fun. Gonna drop this one in here. Okay. An English Garden Murder. Kindred. That's a good find. I already have it. Want to read it. Where the Dead Sleep. Okay. Some pretty covers here. William Kent Kruger. I might have to take this. This is his newest book. Okay, I just grabbed this one from the other one, but I think I'm more interested in this book, so I'm gonna do a little swap here. We'll put this here. I am back home now. That was really fun. I'm so glad I was able to unhaul all of those books. I think it was like 16 books, and I visited almost that many Little Free Libraries, so very fun to see what they had. Not much success as far as finding books goes, but honestly, that's probably for the best because I really don't have room on my shelves. So I came home with 3 books, and I think that is more than enough. I'm just going to show you those really quick, then we're going to end the video. So as you saw, I found The Perfect Find by Tia Williams. It's a contemporary romance. I think this might feature a character who's in 7 Days in June, but I don't remember for sure. It is about a girl who is a 40-year-old former fashion editor. She is broke and desperate for a second chance. She's dumped by her longtime fiance, fired from Darling magazine, and then she's hired at an online fashion site by the publisher, her old arch nemesis, Darcy Vale. This kind of sounds like one of the characters in 7 Days in June, but I can't remember. I think it's probably taking place in New York City, just a very contemporary feel, and it seems like there's a secret romance here, maybe with someone that she works with. I just really want to read more of her books, so I was really excited to find this one. And then this one, Ancillary Justice by Anne Leckie. I did look it up. This is the first in the sci-fi series. I think it's a trilogy, but I could be wrong. It looks like it's won a lot of awards, so that's great. And I'm trying to expand my reading and read more sci-fi, so I think this is a good one to try out. And so this says, on a remote, icy planet, the soldier known as Breck is drawing closer to completing her quest. Once, she was the Justice of Torin, a colossal starship with an artificial intelligence linking thousands of soldiers in the service of the Rach, the empire that conquered the galaxy. Now, an act of treachery has ripped it all away, leaving her with one fragile human body, unanswered questions, and a burning desire for vengeance. I'm kind of curious to see what this one's about. And then the last one was an exciting find as well, and that is The River We Remember by William Kent Kruger. I haven't read any of his books yet, but I've heard really great things. My mom read Ordinary Grace by him and loved it, so I want to read that one. And I think there's a couple others as well, but I think this is his newest release. It's a historical fiction. This says it takes place in 1958 in Minnesota. The half-clothed body of wealthy landowner Jimmy Quinn is found floating in the Alabaster River. So there's a murder mystery here, I guess. And then there's a sheriff who investigates his death. He is a highly decorated war hero. Then there are rumors that the killer might be a Native American World War II veteran who has recently returned to this town with a Japanese wife. Okay, so lots of different political, racial things going on, tension, small town, murder mystery, a masterful portrait of mid-century American life, an unflinching look at the wounds left by the wars we fight abroad and at home, and a moving exploration of the ways in which we seek to heal. It is a testament to the enduring power of the stories we tell about the places we call home. So definitely want to check this one out as well. So I consider that a success. Again, really happy to have gotten rid of those books and clear some space on my shelves. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully the sound was okay and you could see all the books and stuff. Let me know if you've ever done this or if you want to try it now, because I just think it's so fun. It's like a little scavenger hunt. It's just a great way to pass off books that you want to share with other people. I hope some people will find the ones I left and be really excited. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.